Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while, but I am back for you Battlefield guys, and today it's gonna be against Toby, the almighty Toby, my stream buddy, my stream friend, all this kind of stuff. We love each other, but that's how we do. But today, it's gonna be my Mega Blastoise team versus his Mega Beedrill team. You guys are hyped? You guys want to see more of these Wi-Fi battles in the near future? Please don't leave a like below. Let me know you guys want to see more Wi-Fi battles in the near future. But now, time to explain about the team preview here a little bit. I was looking at the team preview, I was like, oh shit, you got Florges, you got Gligar, he has the Swampert, and he has the Empoleon as his defensive core. And let me tell you guys, my Magneton cannot touch. It cannot even touch a Swampert. So he had a really good core against my offensive, somewhat hyper offensive slash maybe some little bulky team on Donphan and Goodra there. But I was hoping my U-turn slash Volt Switch team could have done some work here, but he had a good core that that does counter it to a certain extent. But you're gonna see later today what I mean by that. You're gonna see later in the match, that's what I meant. But yeah, I figured that my Honchkrow was gonna do some work in this team if I do some damage first to the Mega Beedrill. First, maybe if I'm an Ice Shard from a Donphan, etc., just get some little chip damage so that it can knock it off with the Sucker Punch, and that was my plan. And also, another possible thing could have been to just predict them to switch out on my Honchkrow, predicting me to Sucker Punch. That was my plan, so I can kill the Beedrill with a Pursuit and then get the Moxie. But I figured that was one of the easiest ways to win at that point, because after it gets one Moxie boost, it just pretty much kills everything on his team. And Toby did admit that he had a special defensive Florges, so he wouldn't have taken a Vapor. But either way, well, you're gonna see how it turns out today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, without further ado, I was trying to think about what he's going to lead with, and he does lead with the Beedrill as I go with the Mienshao. But even if I did pack the Rock Tomb, which probably could have knocked it out, but I didn't want to go for it because maybe it was a little bit too predictable, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's common for it to run Rock Tomb. Actually, it does commonly use Stone Edge, but either way, I'm just gonna go U-turn, try to get some initiative, because I knew that he wanted to preserve the health of that Mega Beedrill there, so he does go into Florges, which is alright with me. I don't have the Poison Jab on the Mienshao, but I don't know how much it would have done, because Toby did admit in the end of the match that he was specially defensive, not so much in the physical defensive side, as he does switch out and predicted me to go for Flash Cannon, which is a good thing for him on his part. He wanted to preserve the Florges at this point, because he probably doesn't know how much damage that Flash Cannon would have taken, but you can see later in the match. I go for the Mienshao, predicting him to probably go for the Stealth Rock. I thought it was a defensive set, but he does go ahead and go for the Waterfall and take me out, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go into Blastoise, and Florges is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass, because you're gonna see how much damage I take with the Water Pulse and Flash Cannon as I do Mega Evolve, which is it's a good time. It's always a good time. I'm gonna go for the Water Pulse, and it does get the confusion through the Water Pulse, which is gonna be a good time for me if I do so myself. Not bad. I go for the Flash Cannon, and they do just as much as Water Pulse, I believe. So I was looking up. I figured that maybe Flash Cannon would make a launcher boosted, but I was mistaken, because me and Toby looked it over on Bulbapedia, and it turns out that Flash Cannon is not boosted. I initially had Dark Pulse, and I figured maybe Flash Cannon was boosted just because it said Cannon on the name, but I guess that's not the case, as he does go for the Witch Protector to get some just get all the health back, which is a good play, which is a decent play, because his Florges is pretty much key in this match as far as my special attacker to my team. So I'm gonna go and switch on into the Goodra and go to Magneto, because at this point I don't want to just lose HP from a Goodra for no reason. Even though I do pack the Sludge Bomb, and it does do around 33%, but at the same time I want to save it for later. And I figured that the Goodra was more important. So I'm gonna go and switch out and do double switches, but he does predict me to switch out into the Blastoise, so he does keep on spamming Moon Blast as I go back into Magneto, because I don't want to take any more damage on my Blastoise, because I do need it for his Gligar, and he just keeps on Moon Blasting and that Flash Cannon from the Magneto, and I do die. And look at that damage from Magneton. It doesn't really do as much as I thought. So I'm gonna go into the Honchkrow, thinking that I'll be able to just knock it out with the Brave Bird, because it does do a hell of a lot of damage. As you can see here from the Jolly Life Orb damage, it takes around almost 45%, probably around 45% on that Gligar. It was just bad times for him, but I'm gonna try to do what I do best, Brave Bird all the way. Trying to predict him to go for a Stealth Rock this turn, predicting me to switch out, but he does go for the right play and go for the Roost. Doesn't want to get any open windows on my Honchkrow, because he probably knew that Honchkrow was a legitimate threat to his team. If I knocked out the Gligar, it would have been sweeping house. Because I also had the superpower on the Empoleon, which would have just dominated his whole team. As many as I can, but Fortunately for him, he did go for the right play. Go into Empoleon this time because he already knew that my Mega Blastoise has Flash Cannon, meaning that I do not have Aura Sphere, and he pretty much had to take that risk at that point in the match. So he's gonna go. I'm gonna go switch out into Goodra, and then he's gonna go into Florges, predicting me to go to Goodra. But either way, I still packed the Sludge Bomb. So at this point, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go Sludge Bomb, try to get some damage on the Florges because it's a threat to my team. And if I get the poison, which I did, which is a good time. It's a good time. It's a good time for everyone. So it's not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. It's all right. But I think I'm pretty much in the backseat. I'm pretty much losing to his core. I can't. My Magneton couldn't do anything. That's why I just sacked it off anyway. So it's pretty much a Wish Protect here going on so that he can get some health back. But at this point, he's gonna switch out because he does not want to accumulate all that poison damage, which I got from Sludge Bomb. And I do Sludge Bomb again, but he does switch out, predicting that, which is a good time. And also, I just went for the Sludge Bomb anyway because I had Draco Meteor, doesn't do much against the Empoleon. I had Dragon Tail, which what I did there next was try to drag it out into maybe something I can get open window with. So I decide here, and he does switch out into the Empoleon back, which was something I did not expect. But either way, I was expecting him to go for some sort of poison, toxic on the Gligar, but he does go into Empoleon as I go into Donphan. But at this point, I'm like, fuck it, I cannot risk any more damage, and I go for the Earthquake, and I was relieved that Skull did not burn, which was a good time, so I'll be able to knock out the Empoleon, which is good times. I'm a mixed bulky offensive Donphan with Stealth Rocks, Rapid Spin, etc, etc. And I do get the Ice Shard there, so that I can get some residual damage like I did initially plan. So that was a good time, because at this point I wanted to try to go into Honchkrow at this point, but he does go for the U-turn, which means I cannot lead into Honchkrow, which kind of sucks, or else it would die. And Swampert is one of those Pokemon that can actually take away Brave Bird hit at least once at that range of health, so I decided to just try to go and kill this Swampert as much as I can with the Mega Blastoise, which is the only option I had left in the team. So good job for him going for a U-turn there, because if he did anything else, he would have just died. He would just died to the Honchkrow, and he did admit he probably would have just fell for the pursuit damage, which I actually was gonna go for if he stayed in, but he decided to go for U-turn into Porygon Zeether, and he's gonna keep on spamming Tri-Attack, because at this point in the game, I only had a low health Goodra, a low health I believe Mega Blastoise, and this Honchkrow here. So I went for the Sucker Punch, trying to get so much damage, maybe hoping for a crit, but it does not happen, as he does go for the Tri-Attack, and it does pretty much knock out my Honchkrow. And at this point, my last one's Mega Blastoise ain't gonna outspeed Choice Scarf Porygon Z, which I'm thinking is Scarfed, and it does knock out my Mega Blastoise, and that's gonna be the good game. At this point, it was like good game overall, Toby. It was, god damn, the last time we actually battled, and the last upload of our battle, I think it was RU. Damn, he pretty much improved like significantly. But I believe that one of the turning points of the match was when he predicted me to double out into I believe it was Mega Blastoise when I had Magneton against his Florges, and he kept on spamming Moonblast, and it was just pretty much knocking down the health of both the Blastoise and the Magneton, and that was one of the reasons it happened. What happened, man? If you guys want to enjoy more of these content, then please don't forget to leave a like below. Let me know you guys want to see more Wi-Fi videos in the future. And Toby's one hell of a battler, especially in UU. He liked UU a lot, but damn, he was a goddamn. But I'm out of this